And we're live. This is on the game plan. Get these shields done. Let's get these transferred up, and then stick them on here, and then get the base. I think. And what I need to do at some point, probably later, is prime these up. Prime the last 4 up, and then give me 8 more Romans to paint up. What I need to do is get some more transfers ordered as well. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, that's weird. I just had a moth in my water. That's a bit odd. I got cut the you can see I got cut this center out. Probably can't see. The center out there. Well, I gotta poke my holes through so I can cut it out easier. A little trick if anyone's interested. I say it's a trick. It's probably an easy way of doing it. What I need to do, I need to get some water. I haven't got any water. Oh no. Let's get these cut for now. Get these cut for now. We'll come back to it. Probably got the Oh, this is going to be Take a while. The worst thing about these transfers is having to trim them all down. Be nice if they kind of were separate to the sheet. Or pre-cut would be nice, wouldn't it? Ooh. Don't know why that song's in my head. That's 6. 2 more. It leaves me with 6 shields left for my 8 more Romans I've got, so it means I've got to buy another sheet of transfers, which is frustrating. Just for those 2 shields, but if anything, it means I'll have enough for another 2 units of 8 if I wanted to. So if I ever bought another pack of Victrix Romans, which I might do, I've got the transfers for it. That's another thing. Well, fair enough to Battle Flag. They've done this sheet transfer. They've done that enough for enough shields for a box of Victrix miniatures, which is fine. But Victrix miniatures give you 20 Roman legionaries, which when most systems kind of use 8-man groups, or most systems I know of use 8-man groups. A bit annoying. I guess that's Victrix's fault rather than Battle Flag. So once I've done these 2 shields, I've got to go get some water. So I haven't got any. This will be better with a hobby knife, but I don't have one of those little hobby knives. I did have one ages ago and I broke it. And I just never replaced it. So you imagine using these little things, and using them on the little big man transfers for my Republican Romans, so just digging into my thumb. It's horrible. Admittedly, I had to do like over 100 of those shield transfers. I did do a fair few. It feels nice only having to do like 20, 22. I don't know how many I'm doing. Maybe over 22, isn't it? 24 plus 26. There we go. 26. Hey Paul, how are you? All right? Thanks. Just doing some fiddly transfer cutting out. For my Romans, I still haven't set the light up properly, so you can't really see that well. The Romans, they're not a bit basic paint scheme, but I think they'll look fine on the table. So I'm just cutting out these transfers. But now I've got to go get some water to do them because I didn't really set myself up properly before I started the stream. I just turned up and started it. So now I've got to quickly go get some water. That's my fault, I guess. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Not back. Yeah, Paul, I'm a bit the same, mate. I've gone completely off it recently. It's taken me ages to get. So I've finished off a unit of 8 Romans, and they were just sat there unbased for ages. So I kind of just cracked on and got those based up. I wasn't really in the mood to do some painting. But it's quite nice. I do try and do these live streams the last couple of days, and then people pop in and talk for a bit, and it kind of just trawls me through it, gets me doing stuff, which is nice. But yeah, I think were you saying on the Discord this morning that you're a bit out of mojo? I think loads of people are, which is yeah, I think we're a lot of us in the same sort of boat. I'm the same. I've had these 8 Romans here just sat there, kind of half base coated for ages, and I just can't be bothered to do anything with them. I'm just going to push through now. They're all painted up. I just need to put the shields on, and then base them. And then that's another unit of 8, so that'll be 16 I got up so far. Yeah, I think the weather's kind of knocked it out of a few people. Knocked it out. The transfers. I kind of got the knack of it now with these transfers. I'm getting a bit better at it. What I do as well is these transfers, sometimes where the back's white and then you put the transfer on, you get kind of around the outside, you can get a bit of white showing. So I just run over with a blue wash after it's dry, and I find that kind of covers it up a bit, which is a nifty little trick. The only thing I've noticed with these new style of transfers where you put them on a white background is the white just shows through. So, a bit annoying. What are you working on now then, Paul? Are you doing the okay, I'll probably have a look now. Are you doing the August War Games Anonymous channel? Yeah, the He Got To Me. Yeah, I'm the same, mate. It's a bit the same, really. Just a bit meh. Haven't really got back into the painting. That's why I've kind of tried to by doing it. I think whilst talking to mates and stuff, whilst doing this, it kind of makes it a bit easier. But I've also found like I obviously just check YouTube on when I'm painting, but I've just not really been in the mood to watch much. So it's just that hasn't helped either. Because normally I use painting as an excuse to get down and watch some videos. I just haven't really been feeding it. So I've not really kind of. There's no real videos recently that I've had like that much of a interest in. Everyone's doing this monthly challenge, which I'm not doing. Mainly because I haven't got the miniatures to do it with, and I don't. At the moment, I don't want to buy some more miniatures. Yeah, so I'm just a bit. I've lost my mojo for YouTube, like watching YouTube, and like I said, normally I'll go down in the night time for a couple of hours, put YouTube videos on, and just get some painting done. Whereas because I'm not really in the mood for that, I haven't been painting. So, but it's been nice. I done a few live streams this weekend, and just had some people pop in and chat to me, which was nice. It was kind of taking the edge off the painting, which is nice. And then I've got all my World War I Germans to start soon as well. But I want to look at getting I want to look at a proper paint scheme for them, because what I would usually do for Germans isn't going to be quite right. I want to try to make them a bit more not necessarily historical, but a bit more proper paint schemes. Beforehand, I painted some Germans for a mate of mine, World War II Germans. I did them in the typical grey. It looked okay, but obviously a German uniform isn't grey; it's kind of a greeny grey. So I want to make sure I get the right paints for my World War One stuff. Yeah, mate, I'm trying to do some 12th century Anglo-Normans. Oh, nice. Do for that, yeah, don't blame me. What miniatures are you using for the Anglo-Normans? I've done a Norman army. I quite enjoyed doing. That was quite a while ago for Saga. Griffin Beast, nice. Do you like the Griffin Beast kits? I've only had one kit off them, which is some late Romans. And to be honest, I wasn't that impressed with it, and that's why I've owned these for 4 or 5 months, and they've been sat there not even primed because I wasn't that impressed with them. They seem just very limited on poses. I mean, I got to get around to them painting, and I'm sure I will. But I was trying to offload them onto a mate of mine, but he doesn't really want them pre-built, which I've already built mine up. I bought them for Saga. So I've kind of built them in line with that. I'll get around to it at some point. It's just, I think when I'm bored and I got nothing else to paint, I'll get on with them. But for now, I just got no interest in painting them. I've not used their kits, mate, other than the Vikings, which are okay. Oh, metals. Oh, okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting they're doing metals. I was looking at someone was talking earlier. I think it was on the Discord, and they were saying about some metal kits from Griffin Beast, and I was like, I didn't even realise they did metal kits. Yeah, I think my mates bought a few. Maybe the Vikings. I think. Oh, he had Russians. I think he had the Rus, the pagan Rus. I think if they do a kit like that, I think that's what he got. As saying that, I think he's got some Normans, and I'm not sure where they're from, because I got Conquest Games. Is it Conquest Games Normans? That's who I've got for my Norman army, which I quite like. I think they're nice. They're all right miniatures, really. He's given me some Norman infantry because he's got some spare. Because he's built up his Russian army, but he's used some Norman bodies as well because he liked the Norman shields. I don't know if it's historically accurate. He don't really care, so I don't care. But yeah, he's got some spares, so he's you might as well have them. So. But then I'm not sure if you play Saga, but like the Normans don't really. It came across to me looking at their battle boards. They don't really use. There's nothing really. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's a reason to take infantry, foot infantry for the Normans, because they're very much their special abilities, buff cavalry and stuff. I know what you mean about YouTube. I'm always watching it, but there's so many vids coming out at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I think I just try make the effort to try subscribe to people and check out new content. But then when you've got like 150 people you're subscribed to, like me, I don't know how many you're subscribed to, but like all of a sudden I just get bogged down. There's so many people doing, and also like not in a horrible way. There's a lot of people doing content which I don't really have an interest at the moment. So I don't really jump at watching it. There's a few channels I'll kind of watch regardless what they're doing. But yeah, there's a few people like doing certain eras. I don't really have an interest in it, so I don't go out my way to watch it. But also, yeah, like you said, there's just so much content going out. It was nice, like when I was say like 6 months ago when I wasn't subscribed to many people. Like it was literally, I think you were like one of the first people I subscribed to, and I had like Wargamer Gary and like Leon and stuff like that. British Legion and stuff. Like it was nice just kind of watching all your videos, because I'd maybe have like a couple of videos a day I'd watch or something like that. But now I've got probably like 10 or 15 that I probably ought to watch. And again, if it's stuff I'm not really interested in, I'm a bit like, do I want to go spend a couple of hours on a night sifting through videos that I'm not overly passionate about at the moment? Like, there's some really nice stuff coming out at the moment, but it's all eras I'm not interested in. It's Grip and Beast metals are pretty good. A few are showing their age. Oh, right. Yeah. On Seth, now we're saying it, I think a mate of mine bought some Grip and Beast metal Russians. I can't check because I'm using my phone as a webcam, so I can't sift through my messages. Yeah, I think he was, because you put the spears in separately, the weapons in separately. Yeah, that rings a bell now. Is it quite a hard metal then, I assume? Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. What else does stuff like that? Yeah, I have a bit like not as bad, but another these skeletons by War Games Atlantic. They're open hands as well, and you just stick the weapons in, which is all right for the spears. But when you get the swords and stuff with the proper handles, it's a bit fiddly. Yeah, I get what you. I've been talking to loads of people recently about metal miniatures. It's not something I really do, but it's something I want to get into, because there's some. I remember watching Wargaming with Gary's video quite a while back now. I say quite a while back. I don't know, a month maybe, of his English Civil War stuff, and it just looked really nice in the metal. And I'm like, I want to do it. I want to branch out into metal at some point. It's just money. The only problem at the moment is money. I think the next big thing I need to do is just get on and play some games. I want to set up a table at home. Have you got a gaming table at home, Paul? I want to try set up a table at home, and actually try to do some games, because I really want to do some battle reports. I really enjoy that sort of side of it. I feel like my local games club is going to be probably a bit too noisy to do that there. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can try do it there, but I feel like it might be a bit too much to try. So I want to be able to set it up at home so I can come up with my mates over and do it. And everything clears up. The world's back to normal. What I was saying about these transfers, they're so fiddly. You get it first time, it is fine, but you don't do it, get it right on the first attempt, it just seems a bit annoying to get. Saved it. Oh no, it's wrong way around. Back to front. Swing roundabouts when you make metals have less prep time, but are difficult to convert. Yeah, I think the plastic kits are nice because you can, I think, get more out of a kit because you can just mess around with poses. Whereas metals, it's like you buy that pose and that's your pose. So it depends what sort of gamer you are, really. Some people are happy with having the same person all looking the same. I only got a small table, but I game in my mate's man shed. Nice. Musket and Tomahawks. I like the style, like the setting of muskets and Tomahawks. I was looking at setting up a Native American army or force. I don't know. I don't think you'd say it was an army. Yeah, I was thinking of setting up that muskets and Tomahawks because quite cool. Yeah, I bought a man shed, but it's unfortunately used for shed stuff rather than a gaming area. I do have this room I'm in now is I could fit a table in here, but at the moment it's a bit of a dumping ground, and also it used to be our guest bedroom, but I got rid of the bed. So I got a new desk, which is a big desk. I got rid of the bed, so really I need to kind of figure out a sofa bed to put in here so we can host people, because at the moment we can't have anyone stay. Not that we would have anyone stay right now anyway, but my brother lives in London, so if he comes down, we've had him stay with us for a few times, but at the moment all they've got is a sofa to sit on, which isn't very fair. Yeah, I wish I had. I really like going to our games club because you've got everything there. You've got all the mats, all the terrain. Because that's another problem. Like me and my mates tried to set up a sort of a gaming area a few years back, but no one really wanted to invest in terrain. I don't mind scratch building it, but it's a lot of work to scratch build. Just time and effort, which I don't want to put in. So it's kind of why we've never really. And then when we came across the games club, we're like, why don't we just go there? I think it cost us £4 for like 5 hours of gaming, and they've got pretty much terrain for everything, which is nice. They do a lot of historics there, so they've got a really nice. I can't remember where the terrain set's from. It's a resin set, and it's like a Roman villas and stuff like that. So it's all kind of the white brick and the red tiled roofs, and it just looks incredible. So Age of Hannibal's going to be coming out soon for Saga. I don't know if you play Saga. And I've got my Republican Roman army. We've got some Greek armies between us. And a mate of mine wants to start Carthaginians. So I'll have to do a battle. And if I can do a battle report at my games club, I'll video that table because it's incredible. It's so nice. And I think we've used that terrain for Peninsular War stuff as well. For Black Powder. Like Napoleonics. I'm pretty sure we did. Right. So now, let those shields dry, touch them up, and then onto these Romans. Yeah, I mean, if I had the money and I didn't mind spending money on terrain, I'd do it. And there's some incredible kits out there. So me and my mates have looked at some terrain for Infinity, and it's 75 quid for MDF terrain kit, and that feels like a 3x3 board, but it's like multiple levels and lots of line of sight blocking. It's like a really like congested table. There's a lot on there, which looks awesome. And for that price, I would pay that because with Infinity, quite a heavy relying on terrain. Part of me thinks there's people out there that make terrain for you and just pay them, like especially if like you just want some foam hills and some woodland. Woodland's a big one. I want to do trees, and it's just trying to figure out how to get trees. How to make trees, should I say? I know there's people do it certain ways, but I just never really got around to doing it. I had a crack at making some trees a while back, some like World War II Ardennes forest trees, but they never really worked out. I think, yeah. Also, if I think if I had a more dedicated gaming area at home, I would probably put time into Terrain. But at the moment, it's not like I have a permanent table set up, which I can invite my mates over to do stuff. I don't. So again, at this time when. Yeah, I mean, Saga, yeah. So Saga's more of a game we've kind of just got into, and my two mates really enjoy it. I think it's alright. I don't know. I'm not mad for it. It's very much like a chilled game, which is nice. Also, I find I played Normans for Age of Vikings, and I've played maybe 4 or 5 games, and I'm already kind of a bit. I know the tactics, to what to do with the Normans now. Yeah, I don't know. My mates are currently playing at the moment at the games club, but the games club's only allowing in 2 people per table, social distancing and stuff. And normally we go down, the 3 of us, and game. So I kind of said to him, I don't really want to go down at the moment when there's only going to be, 2 out of 3 of us there. It'd be nice where we can all go down there and have a big 3-way match or something like that, or make a bit more of a day of it. So I'm going to wait until everything starts to clear up before I go back to gaming. Yeah, my mates. So one collects Vikings, the other one. I don't know what his Age of Vikings army is. He made Ostrogoths. He made an Ostrogoth warband, which we kind of proxied for Age of Vikings. And he's working on Pagan Russ at the moment. So he can play Pagan Russ in the Vikings. But yeah, it's a bit more of a chilled out game, which is fine. Like, we're pretty chilled out gamers. Sorry. Yeah, we're not super die-hard gamers. We're just more chilled out. So kind of suits us. But I'm not mad for the game. I think when Age of Hannibal comes out, I look forward to it a bit more, because quite a bulk of my army I've already got. Right. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm starting to get the Normans, and I've played the most games against my Viking mate, so I'm kind of figuring out how he plays a bit. But then, apart from that, I feel like I've made a list that works quite well. And I'm just a slightly bit bored of playing the same list of kind of using the cav to be annoying. I've got 2 units of Levy archers that just sit back and yeah, I don't know. There's probably more game time. I got my mate I played with against the Vikings. He's kind of new to the Vikings, so I don't think he was using them quite as much as they should. I don't think he was aggressive enough. It allowed my Normans to kind of jump in, jump out, especially with the cavalry at the points level. Yeah, I mean, we play 6 points. We played a bit of Age of Magic, which obviously 8 points. So, it always up the points. I'm looking forward to Age of Hannibal. I'm not sure if you're interested in Age of Hannibal, but they're meant to be supposedly opening up the points even higher. There's something in the book about large battles. Don't really know what it means by that, but I'm assuming it's going to maybe allow for co-op battles with larger points, perhaps. Which could be quite interesting. We're trying to find a kind of an ancient rule set, because I think we're all kind of interested in the ancients. I got my Romans and my Greeks. My other mates have got Greeks. It'd be nice to get them on the board. I don't know I don't know if ancient Greeks will be in Age of Hannibal. To be honest, I think I can't remember what. I haven't actually looked at the release, the proposed release for Age of Hannibal. I know some people have done some videos on it or something like that. You think they're multiplayer battles? Yeah, I think they're going to be, which would be cool. Like we've tried to do some multiplayer for Saga already, like just three player battles, like kind of all on all. It's been cool. I'm really looking forward to Infamy. Actually, that's why I'm painting up these Romans. These are going to be for Infamy. So I'll show you. Only a little 8-man unit. Check on that tray. I'll be looking forward to playing some Infamy. I don't know. I really like the two Fat Lardies rule sets. I was talking to who was I talking to? Some of the boys on a live stream the other day, and it's quite interesting getting other people's views on wargaming. I really like the random activations and stuff that two Fat Lardies does. Whereas a couple of boys are saying like they more. It seemed to me like they preferred more of I go you go rules, which is fair enough. People like them. I personally don't. I like having the challenge or the risk of a unit just not activating for some weird reason, and then your battle plan screwed. I quite like that. So I look forward to them. See what they do. Ooh. 2 down already. And that's my Optio and my Centurion. I think my camera's flipped, so this guy looks. I don't know if it's just on my screen it's flipped or what, but obviously their shields are in their left hands. I don't know how it looks. To me, it looks like their shields are in their right hands. Yeah, so that's kind of what I worked on so far. Plus this 8-man unit here, and then I've got another 8-man unit of Romans here, which I haven't started yet. So they're going to be the next on the table. I think competitive games prefer I go you go. I mean, yeah. So I'm massively into narrative. I say massively, I'm not really, but I really like narrative gameplay and stuff like that. So I was explaining it in my stream the other day, so I don't want to overly repeat myself, but I think if you have a unit and you're going to march them out the table and shoot at someone, and then all of a sudden they don't activate in the turn ends, like you've got that narrative explanation on why that happened. And I did like a narrative battle report on some ACW. I did a solo game a while back, and I kind of wrote it as a story. And then it was quite fun trying to figure out why a unit didn't actually move in that turn. So I've had one unit that got shot at the turn before and then just failed to activate the next turn. So I just kind of wrote it in the story that they were still a bit shocked and still on the ground line trying to avoid fire and stuff. So it was kind of, it makes for really good narrative ideas and play. And the friction, I like the friction. I think it's good. It just, I don't like slagging off 40k. It's not a game for me. I've tried it, but I like in the games club. There's a lot of 40k stuff there. I won't get onto the argument of 40k stuff's never painted, but there's a lot of people there who don't paint their armies, and it tends to be they're all there scooping up dice, throwing a load of dice, and then it's like, oh, you remove their models, okay, they're dead. Right, now it's my turn to shoot back at you, so I'm going to get a load of dice, I'm going to throw them. Right, okay, some of your models are dead, and then it's like, what's the fun in that? Whereas if you've got a massive unit who are about to throw a load of dice, and you think, I can't wait to let loose on that unit over there, and then all of a sudden their activation doesn't come up, and then you're thinking, so now I've got to rethink my whole turn because I banked it all on one unit to do something, and they didn't do it. Which I think, I don't know. I think you're going to be more careful. You're probably going to be a bit more realistic. Like you wouldn't, maybe in 40k, you could risk running a unit 6 whatever inches out into the wide open and shoot at someone because you know they're going to do that. You know they're going to move out into the open, they're going to shoot that unit, and because you know they've got rolling over the dice, there's a good chance going to kill that unit. So the only risk is them possibly not killing that unit. But in this game, you might, I'm going to run this unit out into the open. Well, you probably wouldn't, because you've got the assumption of, I don't want to put these guys out in the open because I don't want them to suddenly be left out to dry because they can't. So yeah, or you take the risk and move them into the open, hoping that you're going to get your activation on that unit again quite quick in the second turn. I don't know. It changes your whole tactics. There's a lot more risk. Like you said, friction. I mean, yeah, I'm starting to slightly go off 40k models, but I've always thought they were impressive. Like, fair play to GW, they do some really nice stuff. What puts me off the models is the price. Like, they don't, like, it's stupid how much they charge. But again, they're very nice models. Whatever. The lore, I like the lore, but I've never got into it. But that's not the lore's fault. That's me just. Like, I've got a very good friend who's heavily, well, not heavily, but they're really, really, like, two of my mates really into the 40k lore. They buy the books, they read the books and stuff. Like, fair enough. Like, it is quite a massive universe that's got a lot going on. But personally, I haven't looked into it too much. I think also it's the rule set, and then I think the 40k rule set. I'm going to be careful what I say. I think the 40k rule set breeds a certain type of gamer, and not gamers I've had good experience with. But that's just me. I'm not talking in all 40 annoying. But like for instance, like my experience where you go to a games club and I look over at a table and there's someone, like, this legit happened at a games club I went to. It was the length of a 6x4 table, 12 inches in. That was the deployment. The whole deployment zone was full up with unpainted Tyranids. That was his, and he was playing that. And I just thought, like, on a 6x4 table, like, you've literally got your foot in from deployments. Like, your whole deployment, straight away, you've cut the table. You know, a quarter of the table's gone just through deployment. It seems absolutely crazy. That's a thing, you know. And I just thought, like, I just couldn't see the fun in that, especially when, first of all, this poor sod with a massive Tyranid army is going to have to move all these Tyranids, which is probably punishment for him not painting them and owning so many. Haven't read many of the lore books. The ones I have are really good. Yeah, admittedly, I'm not much of a reader. So yeah, I was halfway through one of the books. It was about, I can't think now, Emperor's Children, like lieutenant or captain, who's just pretty good swordsman. I can't remember his name now. I got lent the book and I started reading that. I thought it was quite cool, but actually no, I bought it. Yeah, I bought a book called Ferrus Manus because I was quite into the Iron Hands. I had an Iron Hands army which I sold. I bought the book called Ferrus Manus to only realise that it's not really about Ferrus Manus. It's just the title of the book. It was like 20th in the series or something. So I think I was already started to go through, like, past the Horus Heresy sort of thing. So I was like, oh, I probably missed quite a chunk out of this. So yeah, that's me being silly. But again, I'm not much of a reader anyway, so it's hard for me to get invested in books. Right. The Eisenhorn trilogy is really good, as it's the. Oh, I have no idea. What anything of you just said is that? I'm guessing that's set around a certain character or something, is it? I want to say the book I read is about. Is it Lucius? Lucius, Emperor's Children, I think. I don't know. The Eisenhorn trilogy. I can't say I've heard of it, but I don't know much about the books, so. Calpurnia. 2 trilogy sets. Be quite an impressive series to own all those books, because there's like 40 or 50. That's a problem. I wish I was more interested in reading. Not really interested in spending that much time. I haven't got enough time as it is. I ain't got much time to hobby as it is, let alone start trying to read books whenever I can. Oh, Jesus. Hot again. Inquisitor. Judge Dredd. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. I just don't, to be honest. I'm kind of type of person who just gets in bed and goes to sleep. My missus, on the other hand, we got a TV in the bedroom because she almost demanded it, and it was she'd get in bed and then she has to watch. She has to kind of proper chill out, so she like watches an hour or so on TV before she can go to sleep. Whereas I hit the sack and I'm gone to the world. I find I don't think I'd get much read if I was trying to. Also, I think I've done it before. I read before bed, but I just don't really take it in. I'll read like a chapter and I'm like, "Oh, I really read." I don't really take enough information from it. Here's a quick question, Paul. Is my camera? I've got it running through my phone, which then goes onto the computer. But it's I think it's mirrored image it. Okay, it's a stick. I'll quickly show you what I mean. So on my computer screen, he's holding his shield in his right arm. If that makes sense. But really, he should be holding on his left arm. So I don't know if you're seeing a mirror image of what I'm recording, or if it's just my computer being weird. So if you let me know, that'd be sweet. If it is mirrored, I want to try and switch it. Okay, mate, got to shoot. House of Beckons. Okay, have fun, mate. Yeah, I mean, I'll try I might stream again tonight. I don't know. If not, it will be whenever. Show's left. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's fine. Super. All right, yeah. Take steady, mate. Anyway, and I'll catch you next time. That's the thing. We've got writing on the front of the shield. So I've just got to make sure I'm doing it all the right way up. Where's they going to have their shields upside down? I think we're good. Super. So that is now another unit of 8 legionaries ready to be based. Super. What I need to do is let these dry, the glue dry, touch up some of the shields because they're a bit right around the rim and just needs a bit of paint. And then I can chuck some sand on them. I can do. I will go for a bit longer. So I was only going to do an hour stream, but saying that, there's anything else I can do for now. Hold it. I'll finish it at an hour. We've got a few minutes left. So yeah, that's the this is the next Romans to paint up, which is another 8-man unit, and then that will give me the kind of 3 units of these guys with my leaders, and I'm thinking that's going to be enough for me as a legionary base. Pick up some auxiliary, maybe some archers. I don't know if they'd use slingers, the Romans. They might do. I don't know. Yeah, then that'll be my infamy force. I've got some Gaelic Cav, which I bought for my Republican Romans for when they venture out to Gaul, but I can use them for these as well, so because I've based them the same. So I do have some cavalry I can use for this army as well. Oh, I don't feel like I've done a lot, but what did I do? I just did the shields. That's what I've done today. An hour. Oh, I cut them out. It took a bit of time. But yeah, what I need to get is some more. I don't know if anyone's seen the Luke's APS base ready stuff. So I've got some for my Greeks. Geek Gaming Scenics base ready Mediterranean soil. And that's what I use for my Greeks. And I'm thinking of getting a new one for when I do a different army. Like I probably won't do it for the Romans. I'm going to base the Romans up similar to my Republicans, so then I can share units like the cavalry and probably some slingers. I'm going to paint up the same. So yeah, I think I'll look forward to getting some slingers. I just keep needing to buy them, and I just not. It won't take long. It's only a 12-man unit as well. I get them for. I can have 2 6-man units. Oh, that's the light. That's it. So hopefully tonight I can get the base, the sand on them, because that's what I've been doing with these bases. I'll show you this guy up close. Just sand on the base, paint it brown. I put a wash on this, I think, and then just the tufts. And that's that. That's what I'll be doing. And then that's it. That will be it. Right, I'm going to end the stream there. So thanks for everyone watching, and catch you next time. Cheers, guys.